Well, this week, the government finally represented the people when it just completely shut down. Honestly, didn't it feel like the government kind of needed a break? Just so we could all catch our breath? Can you believe we're only 9 months into this presidency? That means we still have 3 months and 7 years remaining. I already tried fighting. I'm tired. I went to so many protests this summer. But honestly, it was worth it because we finally got them to change the Cracker Barrel logo back to the original, featuring my actual
After imposing tariffs on Mexico and Canada on Tuesday, President Trump reversed them on Thursday. It's a cunning political tactic experts call bipolar disorder. President Trump said the tariff on goods from Canada is to stop the flow of fentanyl, even though last year only 40 pounds of the drug was seized at the northern border. 40 pounds? What's that, like 2 buttfuls?
2 comedians, 1 president, 0 restraint. Colin Jost and Michael Che don't tiptoe around the chaos. They charge straight through it. Trump's presidency becomes their playground. Every speech a blooper reel. Every press briefing a sketch begging for mockery. This isn't just roasting. It's a full-scale comic dissection of power tangled in ego. Trump's theatrics finally meet their match, and the punchlines land harder than the headlines he can't control.
Well, President Trump traveled to the Middle East this week, and if I were him, I would have just stayed there because it looked awesome. Trump arrived in Saudi Arabia where he was greeted with a lavender carpet which matched the color of his tie and also the length. They also rolled out a mobile McDonald's truck for President Trump's visit, featuring Saudi Arabia's most popular new burger, the McJournalist. The Democratic National Committee protested President Trump's plans to accept a $400 million luxury jet from Qatar by flying a banner over Mar-a-Lago reading Qatar-a-Lago. It's the kind of hilarious stunt that makes you realize why the Democrats will never win again. Ethical experts are also warning that Trump may owe political favors to countries who give him lavish gifts. But based on the way he left the Middle East, I think I know how Trump is going to pay them back.
Colin Jost starts with Trump's endless self-portraits. A man strutting through headlines like a monarch in a Halloween costume, convinced the world revolves around his hair. Every appearance turns into theater, every claim into improv. Jost mocks the AI-generated image of Pope Trump, a surreal mash of Photoshop, spray tan, and delusion. While the world stares in disbelief, Trump imagines reverence. Jost turns it into a masterclass in absurdity, a leader lost inside his own meme.
I know it's scary for a lot of people right now, but I'm trying to stay positive, and I'm trying to remember the words of a great man.
Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen.
The last time the U.S. government shut down was during President Trump's first administration in 2018, which was so long ago, we looked.
If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Michael Che follows, dismantling Trump's tall tales of foreign leaders, weeping at his presence. He imagines the eye rolls, the polite smiles, and the desperate urge to escape. Every summit becomes slapstick diplomacy. Every handshake a bloated skit gone off script. Che spins the ego into pure satire.
President Trump, while on his trip, said that Iran has sort of agreed to terms for a nuclear deal in the same way Trump has sort of agreed to uphold the Constitution. Many people in Saudi Arabia were very happy with President Trump's visit to the country because rich Saudis love to fly out thick blondes.
The Democratic National Committee protested President Trump's plans to accept a $400 million luxury jet from Qatar by flying a banner over Mar-a-Lago reading Qatar.
Colin Jost pounces on Trump's domestic theatrics. Talk of military patrols on city streets, sold as strategy but staged as spectacle. He paints a chaotic landscape where governance is guesswork and confidence substitutes for competence. The economy, Jost says, runs like a carnival ride. Glittering prizes for the rich while the rest cling to the rails. His sarcasm slices deep. Beneath the showmanship, the stakes are all too real. Michael Che dives into foreign policy, where diplomacy feels like a board game played with blindfolds. Treaties are props, alliances, stage decor. Colin Jost mocks the economics. Stock market highs celebrated like miracles while real struggles vanish behind smoke and mirrors. Together, they reveal a presidency obsessed with optics, where photo ops replace progress and ceremony becomes parody.
Israel and Hamas have tentatively agreed to President Trump's plan to end the war in Gaza, and you could tell Trump wrote the plan himself.
A Trump advisor said ICE agents will attend the Super Bowl after Bad Bunny was announced as the halftime performer. You know, to catch all those farm workers who can afford Super Bowl tickets.
Che targets Trump's environmental agenda, grand in promise, empty in outcome. It's like picking climate policy off a diner menu. Jost moves to the courts, turning legal battles into scripted drama and exposing how even justice became part of the act. Che mocks the rallies, choreographed chaos fueled by applause, while Jost unmasks a presidency powered by loyalty, not leadership.
President Trump has signed an executive order giving refugee status to white people from South Africa. You know, I could have sworn that white people had it good in South Africa. Must be the Mandela effect. The Trump administration announced that after face-to-face talks with China, it is lowering tariffs from 145% to 30%, which is a little like OJ bragging about taking the knife out.
Che exposes Trump's talent for exaggeration, turning every sentence into a sales pitch. Jost shows how performance beats policy, rhetoric replaces reason, and attention trumps accountability. Together, they reveal a presidency that mistakes applause for approval and chaos for control.
FDA quietly approved the generic abortion pill just before the shutdown, and I don't have a joke, but whenever I mention a product on the air, they send me a box for free, so.
President Trump also spoke to a group of military leaders this week, and at one point, he went on a long rant about how good Barack Obama was at walking down stairs. Here's what he said. I'm not going to read it because it's a crazy thing to hear from a president.
Jost dissects Trump's manipulation of culture and media. Every award, feud, and event twisted into self-promotion. Che builds on it, exposing interviews and press briefings as attention traps where facts bend for the spotlight. Jost digs into party politics, loyalty louder than logic, while Che turns global summits into tragicomic theater, a world audience laughing through disbelief.
The Department of Homeland Security said they may participate in a new reality show in which immigrants would go through a series of challenges for a chance to become a citizen. It's called The Real Housekeepers of Orange County.
According to a new tell-all book, Biden's inner circle revealed that they were worried the president would need a wheelchair in his second term, especially after they were all done stabbing him in the back.
Jost zooms in on domestic chaos, fiscal plans that sound improvised, military ideas that collapse mid-sentence. Intent, execution, spectacle never aligned. Che mocks Trump's obsession with optics, where every ribbon-cutting and photo op becomes campaign material. Jost closes the loop. Even failure gets rebranded as victory. This government by illusion, image first, impact last.
Well, America elected Donald Trump to run the country like a business, but it turns out he's running it like one of his businesses. I love that you can intentionally ruin the economy and still get to stay president. It's like if you drunk drove your car through the window of the DMV and they were like, license renewed. It's insane. This was the worst week for the stock market since the summer of 2020. But you have to remember, back then, the president was also Trump.
Che takes the global stage again, where Trump's exaggeration poses as diplomacy and every handshake becomes theater. The world mistakes his performance for policy. Jost brings it home. Each tweet a spark that lights more confusion than clarity. Crises turn into photo ops, disasters into self-promotion. Together, they show a presidency driven not by ideas, but by applause.
Well, tomorrow marks the start of daylight savings time when we set our clocks ahead, ideally 4 years. After President Trump spent last week defending our historical best friend, Russia, Trump turned this week to attacking our sworn enemy, Canada. That's right, those syrup-guzzling, poutine-munching, moose-humping hockey...
Jost turns Trump's legal troubles into courtroom soap operas, where rulings read like script notes and justice bends for spectacle. Che adds that loyalty is no longer principle but performance. Applause as currency. Jost widens the shot. Ceremonies, interviews, and rallies merge into one endless broadcast. Politics becomes entertainment, and attention becomes the only goal.
President Trump responded to a report showing the U.S. economy was declining by posting, "Be patient. And if his brain gets any worse, he's gonna be patient." Stormy Daniels testified that during their encounter, Donald Trump did not wear a condom. He tried to put one on, but he was blocked by his tie.
Che reveals Trump's mastery of distraction. Scandals repackaged as showbiz. Accountability turned into applause. Every controversy rebranded. Every failure spun as triumph. Jost exposes how even economics becomes theater, while Che lampoons his war on science. Facts filtered through ego. Together, they strip away the illusion, showing a presidency powered by image, not understanding.